You know, it's well documented. When I was a teenager, I had 9 jobs, and one of the jobs I had was caddying for golfers in the local golf club. You would get £2.50, a can of Coke and a Mars bar. And when I would go around the golf course with either the business leaders, the directors, or the owner of the company, I would be listening very closely, and there was one day that I just went ping. Because this man, Joe, who owned a company, started talking about a man called Stephen Covey. He then started talking about a life wheel, and he started talking about a life balance. And we became very close because I asked him loads of questions. He knew I had 8 other jobs. He knew I had aspiration, and he says to me, "You always talk in future sense, Stevie. You're only 12, 13 years of age, but you're telling me what you're going to do up to the age of 20. And one of the lessons he gave me was, he said, "It's fantastic that you're talking about one area, but can we talk about the other areas?" And he started manifesting, talking to me about the other 8 areas in his life. And he started to talk to me about this bridge in the gap. This is where we are, and this is where we're going to go. And we used to use the holes in the golf course. And every time we would go to a hole, he'd say, "Here's the name of the game, Stevie. We're going to walk from here. And if the destination is 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, as we walk up to the hole, you're going to tell me what's happening as we get closer to that destination." And just as we got to the green, he would say, "Are you ready to achieve your goal?" And then he'd tap me on the shoulder, and he'd say, "Look up at the next hole." And I'd look up at the next hole, and he'd say, "That's the next year." So it meant that every time we were going round the holes, I was like 18 years into the future. Now if you imagine doing that every week, for every area of your life, this person was actually training my brain how to think. Future think, forward thinking, mental rehearsal and timelining. That's why I became obsessed with neurology. So the concept of my message this morning for you is, by tonight, if you're up 16 hours a day, you'll have done 80 hours by the end of today. Now that's just in a week, but where is your attention went? What is the meaning that you give to life? Life is about living, but it's about living in every single area of life. This is not about who am I, this is not about legacy thinking, this is not about purpose. This is just about you mapping out the lanes, standing at a starting line. If it means 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, if it means a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. But I want you to bridge the gap, and I want you to start moving towards all the areas and start to get the balance. It all started with me in a golf course, paying attention and listening to an entrepreneur who talked about Stephen Covey and a life balance, because it's about every area of life. Now, if you live this week and your life has been focused in one area because it's been focused in a career or a business, there's much more life to that. This is about building a compelling future for your life, your true life meaning, and get the balance and spread yourself across all the areas. Go to the end of life if you want and come back, or just go to the next month or 3 months, but have all the lanes moving. I hope that helps.